It's the first proper dungeon of the game, and what's the difference between a proper dungeon and anywhere else in the game? I mean, you're all fighting monsters, you're all collecting objects. I guess lack of side quests and NPCs? Anyway, you already got the pretty clear idea of what exactly this place is all about immediately. I mean, when you're getting objects like cyber jar shards, and there are clearly robots around here, yep, we doing Future Dungeon. What a good idea. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that usually you want to fiddle with pretty much anything that you find in a dungeon just to be able to get as far in it as possible. Well, either something that we really shouldn't be messing around with, or something very valuable. Who knows? Let's go. Ah, yes. And before we get properly started with the episode, I did do a little bit more grinding off screen, because you might remember that although I had everything in the forest, there was one other area that I got to take a look at before continuing on into the forest. Something that should have been much more late game, but I did it anyway, because why not? So we got the Solum card, and on top of that, I also got a fancy new shield. It's not super durable, to no surprise though. It's much more durable than any other shield that I could possibly have at this point in the game. So that's cool. Is anything even better here right now? Not really. I still want that attack speed. I like grinding. I am a fan of grinding. I am the sort of person that did, in fact, do the 1 million rows thing all the way back in Katamari Damacy 2, where it was pretty much just like 3 straight hours or so of, yep, sure looks like it, 3 straight hours of collecting roses. And to no surprise, we also got a lot of robots coming here. Let's go. It's actually more like a lamp on a stick, but good enough. Oh, this actually reminds me right now. Should probably switch to hard again. Because, oh boy, if I was over-leveled before, I am absolutely over-leveled now. But I've also, beaten, 2 Disgaea games? And then I'm talking everything, not just the main quest, but also doing, beating up Uber Prinny Lord Ball and all that. It's like, I like this type of game. It's a good, fun time. Even though I can understand why usually it's not the best sort of design. I think that's what I really like about Grindea here, is that they try to expedite the whole grinding process as much as possible. And that's worth so much when you want to have a good grind going on here. Now come on, I can already see where the spikes are going to be coming up. Alright. And I'll just go for... Oh. Right, the crystals here give buffs to enemies, so I'm going to have to kind of take them out, or... It's not just simple shields that they're going to be putting up. It's also, from what I remember, some other interesting attacks that are sometimes afforded to them as well. I guess grab some more cyber shards here. I'm sure they're going to be used for something eventually. Everything in this game is, after all. Oh, yes, and I hope you like lore, because there's going to be a lot of it in this episode today. I mean, this is probably where the actual story of the game starts to get a little bit established. Professor Pine is also clearly a Pokemon reference. It's gotta be, right? Because of the whole plant thing. What? Hey, you can't attack me as soon as I come in the door. Call shenanigans on that. Alright, just gotta be a little bit better as far as actually aiming some of my shots goes. Having my Snow Buddy here is... Oh, man. Having my Snow Buddy here, though, is helping out quite a lot. Until he dies, I suppose. Get over here. One more. And done. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, he is at full level at this point in time. I have buffed this dude up to the gills, and he should be doing a lot of damage, even if I am completely missing with everything. Alright then. Looks like I'm playing puss again. Phase-Man and Gundam. Like, don't even try to hide it. That clearly says Gundam. Zomlamir. Probably somebody that we're going to be hearing a lot more from later. But for right now, shrouded in mystery. Alright. This is going to be useful because the shield might not be super durable that I'm using right now, but it does have a special type of ability with it. Try that again. Come on, really? There we go. Oh, I guess you can't really see it right now. Only activates when you have a proper monster attack in here. Can I do it like multiple times in a row? Because I don't actually know. Anyway, these sort of special attacks, very, very good. Especially when you're, say, going up against monsters that are much, much higher level than you. Solums, wink, wink. No other monsters that you could fight in that area, by the way. Otherwise, yeah, I probably would have gotten the cards from all of them, too. Sorry for that little cut, but I had to redo this boss because I was killing him way too fast. Would have ended the fight before even getting to see half of his moves. Yeah, I may have grinded too much. Well, what do you want from me? It's what I like to do. So, yep, first boss in the dungeon here, Phase-Man. I guess Mega Man Reject. Which kind of surprised me that there were no Phase-Man robot masters in that series anyway. Also, how do you know that I'm aligned with Zomlamir? It's like, you died like 50 million years ago or something. Toho reference? Yes, it's Toho reference. Alright, let's go. Because this dude is quite the character to try to dodge around. He shoots a lot of bullets. I'm talking like a lot of bullets. There we go. Just gotta do this like the Hush fight here. Oh, come on. How'd that hit me? This attack in particular is quite something. Thankfully, the shield that I got is quite good right now just by itself. Alright. And one more there. Okay. Some decent dodge in there. Alright, and pretty much here's what happens then. It's like that wasn't even a fraction of my power. That was just my bow, which isn't even the best weapon that I got right now. Oh, come on, I had that. Come on. And there we go. Not too rough at all when you've been grinding as much as I have. Also, cool. Yeah, sure, let's give me some EP regen. I'm gonna resummon my Snow Buddy, and let's go. Think that's a full version? Yeah. I don't want the little tiny buddy. I want the big old beefy thick dude. I mean, it's pretty good, the ability to teleport. It's definitely going to be useful for getting through this dungeon. And yep, that is... So pretty much any time that you saw one of those little plates that had an arrow on it, I can now use that properly. And it's like, these are the sort of people that can make an island to fly around in the sky, and that's apparently an efficient way to do so. So, hey, wait. There we go, and indeed, he could, kind of. I mean, it was sort of slow. It's not like he was walking everywhere, after all. Number 2, so we're good. But yeah, kind of going back to the whole grinding thing that I was talking about earlier. It's like I'd say that my crowning achievement as far as grinding out stuff goes is probably World of Warcraft, where I got every single individual reputation to the max. That's what the shield does, by the way. Yeah. But, yep, even reputations that were opposed to each other, like the Booty Bay ones and Bloodsail Buccaneers. Even the ones that were super outdated and didn't actually give you anything. Back in 2014, I was maybe should have been doing something a little bit more useful with my time, but I wasn't. And maybe the most ungodly grind festival ever, but it was still definitely something. I guess all in all, what I'm saying here is that, hey, stop that. Oh yes, there's another ability that these guys have. They turn purple. Get like basically a hole you can fall into. Don't get hit by that, it does a lot of damage. But yeah, it's like this sort of game is exactly my wheelhouse. Which is why I've been having a surprisingly good time with it. They're called Pecos. Can I get the... Ow. Dang it, Snowbuddy, you're killing the dudes too fast. I want to try to get some perfect fairies here just to see that cool laser beam come out of the eye in the middle of the shield, I guess. It is a thing the Solums can do, after all. Yeah, I can't get over there, though. And how do you get over there? I don't actually remember. So I'm fairly certain that I did everything in this temple the first time that I was here. Alright, it's getting real. And yes, even as far long ago as this, there's still collectors. This is not some sort of after-Earth type of apocalypse. This is still very much Grindea, even back far in the past. 2402. Gundam. It's like, come on, are you really trying to fool anybody with that? Well, guess what the boss of this area is going to be. Ah, yes, keys. That is actually a thing here, and you can see in the upper left corner of the screen, there is actually a little counter for how many keys that you can... Oh, that's too bad, because he didn't actually die or anything. He's just, I guess, wasn't good enough. But yes, there's keys in the above my health bar there. So I am going to be collecting some of those. Very Zelda style. And there we go. Still don't really... Oh, boy. Yeah, and this probably would have been helpful before I fought Phase Man, but, I mean, hey, thanks for putting it over here. Alright, let's get to dodging. Here, especially, is going to be a place where my teleport is going to come in handy because this happens. You get pushed back quite away. And also dealt a lot of damage, too, so would recommend not doing that. Snowbuddy not faring nearly as well. Thankfully, his incredibly tanky body is making that not too big of a deal anyway. Alright, break that already. Alright. So, yeah, the other thing is that... Oh, wait. I want to go you first. Because those really don't look anything... Phase Man didn't really look much like the Brawler robots, so I guess... I'm sure that's probably going to be coming up soon enough where I'm going to be facing a few of those guys. And that's not very useful now, is it? Really now? I mean, if you're flying in the sky, I'm sure it's probably fairly obvious. In general, I don't think that there's... oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Final Spark. Right there. I told you it was Toho reference. I don't think giant robots have much usage out of combat, after all. Easy enough. I'm pretty much going to be shooting the head. Do it old school Dracula style. Why not? Just kind of make a good look around here. Nah, it's cool. The world rebuilt and we're all good now. It's just, you know. Did lose a lot of technology and stuff in the meantime. Actually, the fact that fishermen do not get showered with fish cards is kind of a questionable thing, because I'm pretty sure that by the time you're selling those fish, they're probably not alive anymore. Until now. Well, I don't think so, but maybe. What do I actually need to hit here? Oh, I think I need to go outside the room and grab the key first. Yeah, I mean, that's really what I was planning to... No jumping animation for... That was close. Hi. Oh yeah, no jumping animation for my snow buddy? Come on. Anywho, that was weird. Oh, and now there's just a Pecco in here permanently. Ugh, that's annoying. Oh man, completely forgot how to do this puzzle for a second there, but nah, I think we're good now. Because all you really need to do is just make sure that you can bounce off of those mirrors into that other little arrow. And it's actually as simple as just lining stuff up just so. I mean, really getting this mirror here over to the, just a little bit past this mirror is the real puzzle. There. And done. I had to get rid of my snow buddy there for a second because he was kind of getting in the way as far as actually... Oh, did I look at this? Oh, here we go. Because he was kind of body blocking me from actually pushing around those mirrors a lot of the time. And mostly just kind of glitching out as he was trying to walk through the walls to get to me. Yep, and that was clearly what was done there. Thank you, lore. Alright, let's resummon him here. And then break all of these pots because, of course, I'm an adventurer. That's what I do. Cool. Money not really all that needed. Big rubber chicken? Chicken plushie. Oh, I think I know somebody who's going to want that. Why not? And a little bit more money. Grilled ribeye steak. What is that? Is that like actually an item that... Oh, wait, no, I remember what that's used for now. That's going to come up in a little bit. All right. But yeah, it is crazy that there is so much technology in the world, and yet it seems like... I'm going to let Snowbuddy kind of take care of this to start with so that you can actually see what this mini-boss really does. Before I completely just absolutely ruin its day. Yeah, a lot of the technology in the world, and it always bugs me a little bit when people are... You know, you have all of this high technology, and yet there's almost nobody that's interested in studying it. It's just there for salvage and everything like that. Actually talked about this a little bit in the Site of Civilization dungeon, all the way back in Brainlord. Where it's like, I don't know, I think that the idea that you're scavenging the world, and that's that, that you're scavenging the world, you know, and retaking the technology back that it used to be, and making it so that it's better. Oh, that sucks. I don't know, I just like that idea a lot more, and it feels like, usually when it comes to big old techno dungeons, they're just kind of a set piece. Like, hey, there's robots in this vaguely medieval fantasy type world. And I'm like, no, the robots should be the main focus of the story. And of course, that's just me. Again, I should probably, like... Yeah, claim the treasure. I'm sure. I'm sure that's what it is. But first off, just because... Turn the sound volume down a little bit, because I've just been noticing that that is... real loud here for a while now. Alright. And... yeah, I guess whatever I'd have to do, it would have to be with this little, teeny tiny sprout there. Which there is a sprout type of magic, and I do have some points to blow right now. In fact, boy, am I way over leveled right now. I should not have been grinding that much, but what do you want from me? The game is all about grinding. I pressed A. And... no. Cute, though. Definitely very cute. Guess I wasn't selecting a little pad there. Okay. I shouldn't need to bring out the full fury to fight anything, but that is what the A spell does. It gives me a little bit of extra damage when I'm attacking enemies by expending some of those cubes. I mean, like, you can see on the ground there. Come on. Who are you fooling? Okay. Boss of the area time. Let's go. And, first off, we got AC as the date now. After Cataclysm, after Collector, Zomlatier, Mir? Oh god, I already forgot their name. Was apparently a Collector. Who knows? Alright. Let's do it. Gundam, here we come. That's right, it's that classic Nintendo boss. We get 2 giant hands and a head to fight. I love this type of boss. Call it Nintendo boss because you see it a lot in Nintendo games, but I mean, even recently in Dead Cells, I was talking about how the boss, the giant, was very similar to this sort of design. I mean, funny enough, actually. Just watch out for the Gatling Gull attack here first, and then I'll get the hands. Okay. Let's go. So pretty much from this point, you just warp up here, apparently take the corpse of my snow buddy with me, and start whacking at the head. And then get off of here before those sands start moving too fast, because that electricity does in fact hurt you. But yes, I was saying that Donkey Kong not only fought a boss of this sort of type back in Donkey Kong Country Returns, but actually he was a boss of this type in Donkey Kong 94, the Game Boy game. It's quite silly. Wham Bam Rock. You got Bongo Bongo. Ocarina of Time. And now we got another appearance here. Oh boy. Well, Phase Man gave me more than enough practice with this type of thing, so I should be totally okay. Or unless he decides to do the Master Spark right in my face there. That would also be an issue. Ah, should have put up the shield. If I got a perfect parry there, I could have done a lot of extra damage. Boy, the teleport is coming in so much handy right now. Alright, come on, Snow Buddy. Oh, that's it. Jump down, and let's go. Because it ain't over yet. And this is actually probably where it gets really difficult, if I do say so myself. Okay. You know, just... oh, no, not the Gatling Gull attack here. Probably shouldn't try guarding that entire thing. No, it's okay. Oof. That was kind of rough. I'm going to admit here. Amulet, eh? Well, to be fair, you got pretty close to beating me, and I am far too overleveled for this area right now. So that's pretty impressive. Yes. It was doing a lot of beta testing here. Hey, have you met the bag that I have? Yeah, I thought you two would get along. Wasn't that like 1,000 years ago or something? Or, yeah, like my birth date was 1800 or something. All right. Just take it anyway. Come on, it's a talking amulet is clearly going to be worth a lot of money. Unless... Good gag. Yes, I know how to do it. I do want to grab this stuff first, though. Emitter matrix. And the rest of that. Alright, let's... No, not the right one there. Let's go. Oh, but of course, before we do that, this is the house. I don't know if I'm going to be doing too much as far as collecting and like building the house stuff. I've never been a big fan of like The Sims or anything like that, but it is something here. Mew House. Or, no, U House. Sure, why not? Well, let's at least unlock that here. Well, that would be a pretty unceremonious end to the game, but sure, why not? And trust me, I'll have enough money to buy this. Again, not even a problem. Well, I did technically dig up that clock last time. All right. We'll look at that later then. Let's get this plot rolling. Yeah, not quite. I assume when he says artifact collection, he doesn't mean like talking artifacts, because those things seem fairly rare in this world right now. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I had him there. What are you talking about? There isn't like a run button or something that I'm missing. This sort of thing makes me feel like it. And he's clearly going to be running directly up here. Oh, that didn't count. Alright. One more boss fight before we get over here. Also getting a little bit of glitching down there. Noticing. Yeah, you know what? Unlike the previous fight, I don't even think that I'm going to, like, give this dude a time of day. Yeah, nah, dude. Ain't happening. In fact, I should have just buffed myself to the gills here, too. Completely humiliate this guy. It was fine. I mean, from what I remember, it's like the first time I played this game, that guy is actually kind of tough because he is fast and hits you many, many times. Of course, I wasn't nearly as over-leveled as right now. Oh, yeah, and since, you know what, since we're right here, if you're wondering exactly how I was doing the whole Solum grinding, or just want to get a little bit of a look at what late-game combat is going to be like. Well, actually, before... Forgot to buff up, though, first. So this would be going much faster otherwise. Yep. Perfect parry. And... obviously not nearly as difficult if you're doing that on normal mode, but that's how much that I've been fighting that guy, to the point that I had that sort of timing down. Right now, let's just kind of finish up the episode with a little bit of checking back at HQ, and then I'm going to go grind off screen for all the cards, do a quick look at that, call it a day. Not that way. Even though that was clearly not the actual assignment. Yeah, you can just say you're too lazy to. Let's go. Look, I'm not even insulted. Oh, and I could probably do like an actual proper look around the castle here, but in the meantime, what I'm going to minimum do is kind of check out this room. Because you can actually refight bosses here if and you so feel like it. Just because... Alright, Gary. Just because you can get separate drops. I mean, you saw from Phase Man, I managed to get some boots, which definitely was probably not something that was guaranteed. You can relive it. Literally. Like, there's very little justification for this right now. And then there's going to be... this is the next area. I'm sure you can probably tell. I wouldn't really say it surprised me too much. The real surprise was how much damage I was doing against the dude. Alright, let's get right over here. Finish her up. Also just want to talk to you because of your crazy, crazy hair. Ghostbusters reference? Yes. Alright. And I think you were actually the one that sold me the house in the first place? I guess I got back in here while I was screwing around with the Merino out there. Also, yeah, can you see how the general direction of the game is going to be going right now? They're not really hiding it. And I do believe at this point in the game that there are 3 artifacts we're going to be getting, and the 4th one is yet to be implemented. So, you know, see you in like December of next year when the next part of this gets released. Oh, come on. It's not like you guys were real buddy-buddy before this. And that's the plan. And it's the card roundup. First off, we got Wisp here. Big ol' Star Wars reference, because of course. And also a pretty nice effect. I mean, projectiles dealing less damage when blocked by the shield is nice. Would have been great for some of those bosses, though. Peko, having max HP increased by 100 is substantial. That's like a 10% increase to my HP, and I already had a pretty big pool as it was. Guardian, a minor increase to stats, but still welcome. And Brawler Bot, attack speed. Oh yeah, that's always going to be useful. And the other thing that I managed to get in this area through a little bit of recipeing is the Laser Sword. That's actually what the emitter matrix is used for. Another Star Wars reference, but it's also much better, well, slightly better than the Smash Lamp, while also being one-handed. So, a good get all around.